Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Laura. I am a solo mom of one, and today we are starting out with unloading the dishwasher. So I believe I ran this, or actually I think my dad ran this last night, and I am just now getting around to unloading it. So obviously putting everything away back where it goes. And yeah, that's what we are starting out with today. Because as we all know, the dishes and the laundry and the cleaning and the house stuff just never ever stops. And dishes are up with laundry, two of my most hated chores that have to be done all the time. And I always forget that there's this little top part with things in there, so I'm glad I remembered it this time, but I'm not used to having a dishwasher with that in the top, so I'm wondering if my new one in my house will have that, or if it'll be like a pretty basic one. And then I am just putting away a couple of things that were in the dish strainer that I washed last night. So we are all finished. I'm just going to show what it looks like after. There's just one more container in the drainer. Everything is nice and organized, and that was my hot cocoa cup that I was going to drink, or that I did end up drinking that morning. So next we have a grocery haul for you. My daughter and I went to Target early this morning. I got some pretty heavily discounted chicken. I got 2 packs of legs, and then I also got a pack of chicken wings, some muffins, some Gatorade for lunches, and then these are like the toiletry type items I got my daughter a shirt because she wanted it. I got some more foundation. She got some lip gloss. I got that for like $1, super cheap. So just showing all of those things. I also stocked up on soap. We did get the butter squeezy. My daughter got that for a friend, but she already has one. And then I wanted the fuzzball Neato, so we found that at Target, and I was really excited to get that. And then this is the receipt for the Neatos or the squishies. It was like $12.18, and then this is the receipt for everything else. It ended up being, I think, $105.51, as you just saw there.
Is it hard?
And then we're jumping right into making a fall type treat.
Got a little bit on the floor there.
It is Butterfinger fudge, and it was delicious. Good. I would totally recommend making this, and it was interesting to use the candy corn. So I know you can't see super well, but we are just measuring out ingredients, and then my daughter is also cutting up the candy corn. It did say that the candy corn would melt faster if you like cut it up into smaller pieces, because it took, absolutely forever to melt. This took a long time, I will admit, but it was really cool to see the result, and I was so happy that my daughter was willing to help me. This is very much like a core memory, and I love looking back at it now, because sometimes she wants to help with baking, and then other times she is like, no, I want to do something else. And so I was really happy that she wanted to be involved in this. So a lot of the recipe is just melting everything down. So it's 3 cups of candy corn, a cup of peanut butter, and then I think it's 2 cups of white chocolate chips, as you will see here pretty soon in the video. But that's kind of what the recipe looks like. And like I said, it was very simple. It just took a long time for everything to kind of melt together. But you couldn't really taste the candy corn at all, because some people love candy corn, I think, and then some people hate it. Like, I feel like there's often that debate of like, it's really good or it's really bad and tastes like wax. So I like it. It's not my favorite, but I will definitely eat it every once in a while. So this is what it's looking like. It looks pretty good, and then it kind of takes a turn and looks really gross. Oh, I forgot to say, I also used a can of sweetened condensed milk. That's why it looked pretty gross, but like I said, everything has to melt down very well. These are all the white chocolate chips. I did use a whole bag, which I was kind of surprised. I kind of thought it was just going to be 1 cup, but it ended up being 2. So this is very, very sugary. This is what it looks like when it's all done and melted. I did have some like burnt pieces. That's what that brown part is, but I tried to pick them out. But this is them cut into little squares, and then I dipped them in chocolate, which I didn't record that part, so apologies for that. But right now we're just gonna work on cleaning up. My daughter and I did her little fidget trading. We just like trade back and forth. They're all hers, so she still gets to keep them, but she likes to do that every once in a while. So we do need to pick those up and put them back up in her bedroom. So this is later in the evening. We did go to the park. I'm trying to think of what else we did, but we did some other things before we hopped into bed, but we did need to clean up a little bit first. But now I'm just going to lay down with her. I usually read her a book, and actually this night she read the book pretty much all by herself, which I was super impressed with, because she is learning to read. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult and she doesn't want to do it and she gets kind of down on herself, but for the most part right now it's been going well. And now that she has started school, she has homework, so I really want her to get into the habit of trying to read pretty like easy reader books.
Have some work. Can you say
Listening to her read reminded me of when she was really little, and there used to be a book we had. It was called, I think it had something to do with like our house, like when we were moving into our own apartment, and it just really, it takes me back to when she would read that book. It was like just like 1 or 2 word, like just 1 or 2 words on each page, but it just like makes me a little bit emotional because hopefully soon we'll be moving into our own house, and I'm so looking forward to that. But so I put her to bed. I usually lay with her for like 2 minutes. I set a timer, and then I go ahead and get out so she can put herself to sleep. And then now I'm just trying to get some laundry done, folding the laundry because that never stops. But Saturdays is usually the day that I get all my laundry done. I usually just have a couple loads to do, so that is what I'm working on right now, just finishing that up. So I'm almost finished with all of this laundry. I do still have to put it away, but I know this was a video on the shorter side. So thanks for sticking around and hanging with me. But I am kind of running out of, I guess you could say, like, not really content ideas, but I just feel like I do the same things every week over and over again. I was really hoping we would be in my house at this point, or at least pretty soon, but we've got some more delays, it seems. So still waiting on that, but I was super excited to post like cleaning my house, and this is like what my new house looks like, but eventually we'll get there. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next one. And if you have any ideas, please comment them below for like any kind of content you guys would like to see. So like I said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye for